Okay, this is going to be my first model train review, or model train product review. I'm really a rookie at this kind of thing, sorta. I mean, I've bought train sets in the past and set them up and played with them and that kind of thing. So this review is really for beginners, rookies like me, who might be looking for some information on something very basic. I'm only doing this really because I couldn't find any reviews on this particular model on YouTube or anywhere else online. So here it is. I bought my original train set back in 1975, and it was a Tyco set. I still actually have a lot of the cars that it came with and the power pack, which I recently restored, by the way. This had some problems, and this had some problems. I took this all apart, and this is the original 1975 Tyco engine. And I took it apart and I cleaned out the motor real good. I mean, all the way down to the brushes, the brush springs, the commutator, the armature, everything inside. Re-lubed everything. Ran it in half speed for about half an hour, trying to reseat the brushes, and it ran great for a while, and then it started squeaking again. So I was pretty disappointed about that. And so I bought this Bachmann Chattanooga set. Here are the cars for that, and the tender and the engine. It's a very basic, it's a toy set, if you ask me. You know, I mean, it's a good entry-level beginner set. You'll have fun with it if you're new at this. Probably not if you're a die-hard model railroader. You would probably not buy something like this, but I did, and I've had some fun with it. But I found that the engine has trouble going up even a small grade or incline, and at anything but top speed it will stop, almost not quite to the top. And so it became obvious to me that this little engine is not the engine that could. It just can't. And I didn't even use the whole Pier set, and it still won't make it over the top unless you really turn up the speed all the way. And then you get a lot of wheel slippage. It's like spinning in mud or snow, if you're familiar to that kind of thing in your car. So I decided I need a better locomotive, and I'm going to be working on this layout and probably going to an 8x4 and really doing it up, because I'm starting to get really interested in this. But I digress. Back to this engine. So I have a better engine on order. I'm partial to steam engine, so I'm getting an IHC steam engine. Paid about $150 for that, $149 something. Waiting for that to come. But meanwhile, you know, I just wanted to see my old train set run again. I have all these cars all over the place. Basically just stashed. And so I found this. I found this at towerhobbies.com. And of course they run their monthly specials. I used a $10 off coupon. I'm a long-time customer of Tower for all different hobbies. Radio-controlled model airplanes, drones, helicopters, you name it, other things. I'm just a hobbyist at heart. So I looked at Tower to see if maybe I could find a replacement for this old Tyco engine, and look what I found. I mean, there's not a lot of difference. This is the Model Power. It's a low-end, entry-level Conrail engine. They sell this same engine in various different road names. You know, you got everything from northern Burlington to southern, etc. You name it. I think they have Santa Fe. This was $38. It was $37.99 at towerhobbies.com, and I used my $10 off coupon, so I paid $28 for this. And, you know, I'm not one of these guys that's going to show you the unpackaging and, you know, tear it apart and let's open it up. And no, I'm not. You know what? When I look for product reviews on this kind of thing, I want to see it run. And so I'm really just going to do a quick review on this. I'm going to show you it running, because that's really what you want, right? Especially at this level. I'm not going to talk about detail or lack thereof, and I'm not going to talk about quality. And let's turn the thing on and see what it does, all right? That's basically what we're here for. I've got this on a fairly low speed, and this is having no problem whatsoever. I called a hobby shop and talked about the fact that my little Bachmann engine would not do this. And he said, you probably need an engine with traction tires. Well, you can spend all day and all night, and I did, several days and several nights online looking at all different websites. Nobody mentions traction tires. Bachmann is very, very good at not describing their products. You don't know what kind of motor is in each of their engines. Some of them you do, but most of them you do not. You don't know if they're flywheel driven. You don't know if they have traction tires. You don't know any. They just put the price up and a brief description, and that's it. You're on your own from there. You got to buy it and try it. If you don't like it, return it, I guess. But I didn't want to go through a trial and error process. So I bought the IHC steam engine, which is yet to arrive, and it had a nice, thorough description. Can motor, flywheel driven, 8-wheel drive, etc. And it also listed weight, that kind of thing. So I'm confident in the purchase I made for my steam locomotive. This, I just wanted another toy engine. I didn't want to pay a lot of money. I just bought this so that I could get kicks out of my old train set. And if you're a railroad modeler, you'd say rolling stock. I call them cars. They're train cars. You can call them rolling stock if you like. And I have a bunch of them. Some of these I just bought recently, in fact, on eBay, used and non-functional. Got a little carried away buying cabooses for some reason. And I've actually repainted and re-road named some of them just for fun. But under here I have stashed a bunch of my old cars, train cars that went with my original, my original Conrail diesel engine. So I was thrilled to find this thing. It looks nice. And again, if you wait for your monthly coupon codes to come through from Tower and spend a minimum of like $50, you'll get $7 off, $10 off. You spend $100, you might get more. But being a longtime customer of Towers, they sent me by email a $10 coupon code for a purchase of $50 or more. And I had other stuff I needed anyway, so I made a $51 purchase. This was the main thing that I wanted. So again, in reality, I bought this for $28. And two of the tests that I like to see my even basic stuff pass would be, one, can you get up that incline at low speed? And this Model Power Conrail diesel has no trouble doing that at all. The other test I like to do is I use the red plug-in, the connection for the DC power, as a register mark, and then I open up my trains full speed and I time them, and I use a stopwatch that goes to hundredths of a second, and I'm pretty consistent with stopping and starting the watch. And I've determined that if you can get a model train engine to go around this loop one time with no cars behind it in about 8 seconds, you're doing real good. And my other one, the one that I restored, actually will do that, but then it starts squeaking again after a little while, and I can't find the squeak. So that's going to be semi-retired. With a load of 5 train cars behind it, if you can do it in around 11 seconds, that's pretty good. And that's about what, actually, with no cars behind it, my little Bachmann steam loco here will do one circuit by itself, with just the tender, of course. Oh no, I'm sorry, I did not have the tender attached. That went around in like, I think 8 or 9 seconds, something like that. With cars attached, with the 5 cars that it came with, I think it was like 11 seconds. Let me show you what this guy does. Now, again, Model Power is not one of the prestigious model train manufacturers that you hear about all the time from the diehard railroad modelers. But it will do this. Don't blink, because you'll miss it. It makes this circuit in a little bit over 4 seconds. I'm going to nickname this the Flash. Now, I don't want to do that for too long because it just came today, and I want to run it in good. I'd like to see this engine last 41 years like my last one, like my Tyco has. And again, the Tyco's still running. It's just squeaky. And it will make this circuit by itself in actually 7.27 seconds, 7 1/4. So it's actually, now that I have it all re-lubricated, greased, oiled, and all that kind of thing, cleaned out, brushes and all that, everything cleaned, all the guck, decades of guck cleaned out of it. It runs okay. It's just noisy. For $28, I am thrilled with this purchase. And I can only imagine what the higher-priced Model Power and Mantua engines would be like, considering that MRC sells this for $38. I mean, that's a steal. I'm tempted to buy a couple of the other road names just because I really like the style on the Southern and the Northern Burlington. Who knows? Maybe I'll drop some hints on Father's Day or birthdays or whatever. This would also make a real nice stocking stuffer for you railroad widows whose husbands spend more time in at the train platform than they do raking the leaves. You know what I'm talking about. But anyway, there it is. I'm going to let it run in. Really like this for the price. Easy to please. Again, you can tell from my layout, I'm not one of these guys that stays up until 3 a.m. Whittling a duck or something like that for my HO scale layout at 1/87 perfect scale. I don't do that. I did paint my little guys though. I did all this painting. That was fun. I have more to come. I've had some fun with this kind of thing, and I'm soon to be putting some real grass mat down and making this a little bit more of a serious layout. But I think $150 for a steam locomotive is plenty. I don't have to go and spend $600 on my engine like some of you guys do. And I admire you, don't get me wrong. I don't mean to put that down because I really enjoy your videos. But that's for you to do and for me to watch and enjoy. Meanwhile, I will have my modest little layout here and my $28 diesel engine, and I'm having a blast. Bottom line, would I recommend this? Are you kidding me? You can't spend a better $38, and again with the coupon $28 on your train layout. Even if you just use it for a workhorse, like you want to break in the wheel trucks on a new train car or something. You want something to pull it around, or whatever you want to do. You cannot beat this for the price. So I just became a fan of Model Power, MRC, Mantua. I'm going to have to try some of their products. I can only imagine Elsa sees one of those mysterious things that I can never see. I don't know what she's chasing. But anyway, there you have it. I can put a bunch of cars behind this and it does just fine. I don't want to do that until it's broken in. I don't want to put much load on it. In fact, I'm not even crazy about having this incline set up. I thought about taking that down, but I thought, oh, it's not that bad. And obviously this little diesel is not having any trouble with it. So there you go. Need an upgrade for your toy train layout? Your little Bachmann isn't quite cutting it? Model Power. That's your answer. Thanks for watching.